Have you ever walked out of a room, smiled on the outside, but felt completely drained inside? You nodded, agreed, laughed at the right moments, maybe even said, "I'm fine," when you weren't fine at all. In that moment, you were pretending, and it felt easier than being real. But here's the thing, pretending might protect us from discomfort in the moment, yet it quietly steals our connection, our freedom, and even our sense of self. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Soul Talk podcast. I'm Mary Beth Rim, and this is week 2 of Unmasking and Be Yourself series. Last week, we uncovered why we wear masks, those protective layers that keep us from being fully seen. Today, we're going to look at the comfort zone of pretending. Pretending feels familiar, even safe. It's the smile we put on when we're hurting, the silence we keep when our heart wants to speak, the version of ourselves we show because we fear the real one might not be accepted. So before we begin, I want to invite you to hit the subscribe button to my YouTube channel because this isn't just a series, it's a journey, and I'd love to walk it with you step by step. So again, welcome. I'm really thrilled that you're here. Let's be honest. Pretending works, at least for a while. If I pretended I'm okay, no one asks hard questions. If I pretend I agree, I don't stir up conflict. If I pretend I'm confident, maybe no one notices my insecurity. It's like a quick fix. Pretending lets us sidestep vulnerability and slip into what looks like normal. And who doesn't want life to feel smooth, right? And normal. But the truth is, pretending is like sitting in a chair that doesn't quite fit. At first, it feels fine, but the longer you stay there, the more uncomfortable it becomes. So the problem is, we trade authenticity for acceptance. And in that trade, we lose something precious. Pretending creates disconnection. People connect with the mask. They don't connect with us. They may admire us, even love us, but deep down we know they don't truly see us. Because pretending blocks growth. When we avoid risk, we avoid the stretching that makes us resilient. If I never admit I'm scared, I never learn that courage comes through fear, not from hiding. And pretending fuels loneliness. Because here's the painful paradox. You can be surrounded by people and still feel utterly alone if no one knows the real you. Think about it. Have you ever been in a conversation where you agreed, nodded, smiled, and later, when you were by yourself, you felt that strange hollowness? Yeah, that's the price of pretending. It's not just exhausting, it's isolating. So let me share a bit about my own story. For much of my life, I carried the mask of being the strong one. I thought strength meant never letting people see me struggle. Yeah, I kept smiling, cracking jokes, even when I was breaking inside. I powered through. And you know what? People, they liked that. They admired that. They said, "Mary Beth, you're so steady. You're so strong." I had a lot of people tell me that. But inside, I felt really alone, really isolated. Because if you never let people see your cracks, they can't step into those spaces with compassion. They can't hold you. They can't love the whole you. Only the polished version you've allowed them to see, not the messy parts. The comfort zone of pretending gave me control, but it also cost me relationships. It cost me intimacy. And it wasn't until I began letting people into the messy middles, the tears, the questions, the fears, that I discovered a kind of connection that actually nourishes the soul. So why do you keep pretending? Because pretending gives us something we crave. What is that? Certainty. Pretending gives us certainty. If I keep smiling, I know people won't ask. They think everything's okay. I'm okay. If I play the role, I know I'll fit in. Even though you don't feel like you fit in. Feel like you're this square peg trying to fit yourself into this round hole. Certainty feels safer than the unknown of authenticity. But here's the reality. Pretending just doesn't just protect us from rejection. It also protects us from love. Because no one can fully love a mask. So how do we break free? Do it all at once. This isn't about ripping the mask off and exposing everything. It's like, okay, here I am now. No, please don't do that. It's about practicing honesty, one small risk at a time. Maybe it looks like saying, actually, I don't agree with that. Maybe it's actually saying no. Maybe it looks like answering, how are you? With something real like, it's been a tough day. Maybe it looks like letting your voice shake when you speak your truth. Every small act of honesty is like taking a breath outside of the mask. And over time, those breaths add up. So let me ask you, where in your life are you pretending right now? Is it at work? Where you nod along but secretly feel unfulfilled? Is it in a relationship where you smile but really feel unseen? Or is it with yourself, where you tell the story that you're fine when you're not? Take a moment to sit with that. What would one small step out of pretending look like for you this week? Not the whole leap, just one step. Here's what I want you to remember. The comfort zone of pretending may feel safe, but it will never feel free. Real freedom, real peace only happens when we risk being known. And the beautiful thing is, when you take off the mask, not everyone will understand, but the people who truly matter will finally see you. And that is where connection, love, and wholeness begin. I want to thank you so much for listening and joining me today for this week of Soul Talk. This series is about, it's more than unmasking. It's about reclaiming the life that's ours to live. And next week we'll take another step together as we explore another layer of what it really means to be yourself. And if this conversation spoke to you, please hit the subscribe button on your YouTube channel so we can keep walking this journey side by side. And If anybody else that you know that needs to hear this, please share it with them. They may appreciate that. And that's not pretending. That's being real. So until next week, breathe deeply, move gently, and remember, being yourself is always enough. I'm Mary Beth Rim. Until next time.